Imagine this. You wake up one morning, check your bank account, and realize that while you were sleeping, your money quietly grew. You didn't work overtime. You didn't pick up a second job. You didn't sacrifice more hours of your life. Your money did the heavy lifting for you. That's the power of investing. But here's the truth. Most beginners never start, not because they can't, but because they feel overwhelmed, confused, scared of losing money, or think investing is only for the rich, but not you. Because today, I'm breaking it down step by step. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand how investing works, but you'll know exactly how to start, even if you only have $50 to your name. Step 1. Why you need to invest. First, let's start with why. Why bother investing at all? If you're keeping your money in a savings account, you might feel safe, but the reality is, your money is losing value every single year because of inflation. Inflation is basically the rising cost of living. That coffee that costs you $3 today might be $4.50 in a few years. If your money isn't growing faster than inflation, you're actually getting poorer while doing nothing. Investing is how you flip that around. It's how you protect your money and make it grow. Think of it like planting seeds. If you leave your money in the bank, you're just holding seeds in your hand. But if you invest, you plant them, water them, and watch them grow into trees that eventually bear fruit. Fruit you can eat or replant to grow even more. Step 2. Cover the basics. First, now, before you start throwing money into the stock market, you need a foundation. Ask yourself these questions. Do I have an emergency fund? That's 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in cash for unexpected events. Am I covering my essentials, rent, food, transport, bills, consistently without stress? Am I carrying high-interest debt like credit cards? If you answered yes to carrying debt, pause investing for now. Why? Because paying off debt with 20% interest is the same as getting a 20% guaranteed return. You'll never beat that consistently in the stock market. Once you've got your emergency fund, essentials covered, and debt under control, now you're ready to invest. Step 3. What you need to start. Okay, so what do you actually need? Not much. You need 3 things. A brokerage account. This is where you buy and sell investments. Think of it like your online shop for stocks, ETFs, and funds. Popular ones include Vanguard, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or in the UK, platforms like Hargreaves Lansdown or eToro, some start in cash. Seriously, you can start with $50, $100, whatever you can spare. A strategy? This is what we'll cover next, because it's the difference between gambling and building wealth. Step 4. Investing in the stock market. Explained. All right, let's break this down. The stock market is basically a giant marketplace where you can buy tiny ownership pieces of companies. Each piece is called a stock or a share. Imagine your favorite coffee shop, let's say Starbucks. If you buy 1 share of Starbucks, you literally own a tiny slice of that company. If Starbucks does well, makes profits, and grows, the value of your share increases. If they do badly, the value drops. Now, you don't have to guess which companies will succeed. That's where index funds come in. An index fund is like a basket that holds hundreds of different companies together. For example, the S&P 500 index fund includes 500 of the biggest companies in the US: Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Coca-Cola, and more. Instead of betting on one horse in the race, you're betting on the whole racetrack. And historically, that racetrack has gone up by an average of 7 to 10% a year over the long term. So here's the golden rule. Don't try to beat the market. Own the market. That's what wealthy people do. They buy index funds, they hold them long term, and they let compounding do the work. Let's put numbers on this. If you invested $300 a month into an S&P 500 index fund, earning an average of 8% annually, in 20 years you'd have around $165,000. In 30 years, over $400,000, all from just $300 a month. That's compounding. That's your money growing on autopilot. Step 5. The 3 rules of beginner investing. Okay, now that you understand how the stock market works, let's talk about the 3 golden rules of beginner investing. Start small and stay consistent. Don't wait until you have $10,000 to start. Begin with what you have, even if it's $50 a month. Consistency beats timing. Think long term. Investing is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a build wealth slowly strategy. Don't panic when the market dips. That's normal. The long-term trend is up. Automate it. Set up automatic transfers into your investment account every month. This removes emotion and keeps you consistent. Wealthy people don't rely on willpower. They rely on systems. Step 6. Where to actually put your money. So where should your money go as a beginner? Here's a simple breakdown. Start with a broad index fund like the S&P 500 in the US or FTSE 100 in the UK. If available, invest through tax-advantaged accounts first. In the US, that's a Roth IRA or 401k. In the UK, that's a stocks and shares ISA. These accounts let your money grow without being eaten up by taxes. Once you've got that foundation, you can diversify later, maybe into real estate, bonds, or even small amounts of alternative assets. But 80% of your wealth building will come from broad stock market investing. Step 7. How this connects to your freedom. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Investing isn't just about money, it's about freedom. Every dollar you invest today is a dollar your future self won't have to work for. That money grows, compounds, and eventually starts paying you. That's how you buy back your time. That's how you create options, whether it's retiring earlier, switching careers, traveling more, or spending more time with family. So when you invest, you're not just putting money into the market, you're putting money into your freedom fund. And because you stayed with me until the end, here's a bonus tip that ties it all together. Pair investing with a life vision. Money on its own won't change your life. But if you know what kind of life you're building, where you want to live, how you want to spend your days, the freedom you want for your family, suddenly, every dollar invested has a purpose. That's how you stay consistent. That's how you stay motivated. You're not just investing for numbers in a bank account, you're investing for your designed life. So here's your action step. If you haven't started yet, open a brokerage account this week, set up a small automatic investment into an index fund, and let your money start working for you. Because remember, if you don't plant the seeds now, you'll never grow the tree that gives you shade tomorrow. This is how beginners invest. Simple, smart, long-term, and life-changing. See you in the next one.